Hey everyone, welcome back. It's another movie review of a movie I got back from seeing a few hours, like 2 or 3 hours ago roughly. Saw it in theaters, obviously. And it is the Wolverine. I saw it in 3D, and yeah, so let's get into it. It was directed by James Mangold and produced by Lauren Schuler Donner and Hugh Jackman and Hutch Parker and John Palermo. And the screenplay was by Christopher McQuarrie and who was uncredited in the credits, and Mark Baumbach and Scott Frank. And it's starring Hugh Jackman, Tao Okamoto, Hiroyuki Sanda, Rila Fukushima, Famke Johnson, William Lee. You know what? I'm just gonna go down below here because I want to see what they played. Alright, Hugh Jackman played Logan / the Wolverine. Tao Okamoto was Mariko Yashida, and Hiroyuki Sanada played Shingen Yashida. And Rila Fukushima played Yukio. Svetlana Kodchenkova played Dr. Green / Viper. Will Yoon Lee played Ken Lichio Harada. Okay. And Brian T. played Noburo Mori, and Famke Jasen played Jean Grey. So, yeah, now the technical stuff is out of the way. Let's get into the movie. The movie basically revolves around the Wolverine who, you know, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be actually have be canon to the previous Wolverine and or X-Men movies, but basically Wolverine's all but given up on being the Wolverine. He's basically in hiding right now from people who, you know, may want to kill him. May want to have his head on the fucking cross at this point. When he meets Yukio, who gives him an offer to go meet her basically adopted father, because during World War II he actually saved him from an atomic bomb. So at first he refuses, but then in the end he decides to go to Japan to meet him. Yes, it's in Japan, so this movie actually takes place in Japan, which is really cool. Only to find out the old man wants to says he has a way to end
Logan's eternity and make him mortal, but in exchange, all of that immortality and all those powers, or at least the regenerative abilities, will go into the old man himself, because he was about to die and he was not ready to die. That basically sums it up. And the final villain is actually him. Even though he died previously, Viper put him in this suit of armor made out of adamantium, which is like a very rare substance in the Marvel universe. Hold on a second. Alright, sorry about that. And yeah, so that's basically the plot of it. It's very simplistic. However, I did have some problems. Now, the thing that I liked, of course, the pacing was perfect. Like, it was a couple hours long, and it really felt like it, roughly. And it really felt like it, but they wasted no fucking time. No scenes I felt were pointless in this movie that really didn't advance the plot at all. Like, it was just perfect pacing, and the action scenes were so fucking good. They were so fucking good and well choreographed. Like, some of the deaths were looked actually pretty painful, but I just couldn't help myself from laughing. Oh my god. Because, everyone who died in this film kind of deserved it. So yeah, it's like, all of that stuff is really good. The music was epic to complement the fighting and all the other scenes. Alright, and whatnot, and it was just really well done. The acting was so fucking good. And yeah, now let's get into stuff I didn't like, though. This is going to be a pretty short review. There's not much really to say about this movie. It's Wolverine. Wolverine's badass. However, there's a few complaints I have, and mainly really with the story inconsistencies. First off, the device by someone, I forget his name, was placed inside of Wolverine's heart, or next to his heart, or whatever, which would stop his regenerative abilities, and he had to dig it out later on. Alright. When did he place that in there? Can you please tell me? Because I don't fucking remember it ever being placed in there. Also, Logan had like 5 or 6 nightmares about this one woman named Jane, was it? Or something like that. Basically his old love interest, who he apparently killed. Now, we couldn't get more backstory on this. Like, who the fuck is she? Why'd he kill her? We don't get any of this. Like, maybe they're saving that for a sequel. I don't know. They probably could do it anyway, do a sequel anyways, because Wolverine's so fucking popular. People are going to go see it, but I just don't know. So that's my second complaint. Also, how the fuck did that old man, shoot, I'm gonna go get his name. Oh, his name is, she's Jean Grey, that's right. And so apparently Logan killed her. X-Men The Last Stand. But X-Men The Last, there was no, I still count that as a complaint, because there was no way of knowing that doesn't seem to really supposed to be a sequel to X-Men The Last Stand, so it should have gave more notoriety to this. Alright, I still say it should have. Okay, Shingen Yashida is the old man's name. How did he survive so that Viper could put him in a suit of armor. Something else they didn't explain right there. Also, in terms of Viper herself, I wish she had more screen time. Like, I wish she would have played a more integral part, because it just seemed that she was being used, being toyed with by Yashida himself, so that Yashida could gain immortality. And I didn't like that, because I thought she was a pretty interesting villain, but I just wish they would have used her more in this film. I mean, if they make a sequel, they could maybe use her again, because I don't think, given her powers, she could possibly still be alive, probably. Yeah, that pretty much sums up my review, though. So I'm going to give this movie an 8.2 out of 10. Because the film was really fucking good. Like, I loved it. Like, mainly for the action scenes, but the acting was solid, and yeah, I just really loved this film. But there were some story plot holes, I'll honestly say, that really I had to bring up, and that diminished this movie's score a little bit, but I still think it deserves an 8.2 out of 10, because it was still a really fun film to watch, and I loved it. But anyways, overall, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.